Hey, how's it going? This is Marion Wilson, otherwise known as Piano Marion. Unless, of course, you play me on Dice World, and then I'm 1,000 ways to dice. But that is another topic for another video. I'm going to show you guys a little something that I've found that will be a kind of a revolution for blind people trying to break into the world of vaping. This thing that's hanging off my neck is called a Me Pod. It is a pod system created by an outfit called Smoking Vapor. It kind of reminds me of a Zippo lighter with a Monopoly board hotel attached to the top of it. The pod comes out like this. You just pull it out. There's a little lip that you can put your fingernail under between the pod and the battery, and you just put your fingernail under there and click it out, and it just comes out like this. And then at the bottom there's a fill hole with a rubber plug over it. It's a little sticky because it's been filled recently. But we'll get to that in a minute. This here, if I can find it, this is the e-liquid that this system takes. Now, I'm going to try and turn this around so you can see. I'm just kind of turning the bottle around and letting y'all see the bottle all the way around. And this is a peppermint patty, they call this. There's two different kinds of nicotine e-liquid that you can get. There's the traditional, or what the vaping industry calls freebase nicotine. That usually goes from about 0.05 milligrams of nicotine to about 18 or 20. If you need a stronger dose of nicotine than that, what you want to go with is something called nicotine salt, or nic salt. And what that is they've taken and added, what did Google say? They added benzoic acid to the nicotine to make it less alkaline or less acidic, so that now they can add more nicotine to the juice without it murdering your throat all to pieces. So this is a 50 milligram bottle. You can see this spins kind of freely. It's a child-proof lock, which basically means any 4-year-old can help you open it. That seems to be the way it goes. This has not yet been opened. The pods, when you first get a new replacement, the system here comes with 2 pods already. But you can buy replacement pods for anywhere from $9 for a pack of 2 to, well, there's a store near me that will sell them for $4.50 for a pack of 2. And it looks a bit like this. Here's one side, here's the other side. And it's probably upside down, so we'll do this. And then we'll do that so you can see the box from all sides and all angles. You pull it open, there's a flap that opens, and what you dump out of the box is a, oh snap, okay. There is 2 pods that are just right here in this. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to know about. There's a card here that says it comes with an airflow adjustment, but there's not one in there. And even if there was, those things are useless. They don't ever stay in the hole that they're supposed to plug, so don't even worry about those. Pop out this. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on out of there. Is you out your mind? Come on. Okay, there it is. This is the pod. You see, it's got, like, I like to call it a pod condom. It's got this little rubber thing it sits in, and there's a little flap that covers the mouth hole. You pull that out of there, and then you pull this on out of here. You pull this on out of here. This is a new pod, so it's not very easy to get out of here. Now, we'll drop that right there. On the bottom here, there's these two little square things that stick out on the bottom here. Those are your contacts that that make contact with two little holes on the inside of your battery. There's only one way this will go into your battery. It'll go in both ways, but it won't click in but one way. Oh! There's already... No, there ain't. Never mind. That's just the air hole. That's... Okay, never mind. I thought there was already a grommet in here, but there isn't. So here's your contacts. Over here, on this end, there's this little rubber plug that you just... Let's assume... Oh, this is going to be fun. Hello, air conditioner. Oh, thank you, air conditioner, because I was getting a little warm. Please pardon the background noise. It'll turn off here in a second. This is not easy to get out. So you got to do a little work to get it on out of here. There it goes. Now you've got this itty bitty... If you've ever played with a beach ball, it's a lot like that. The little valve that you open to inflate the beach ball. That's what it reminds me of. There's this itsy bitsy teeny weeny hole. It feels like there's a slit, but inside of that slit there's a little hole. You can feel it with your pinky fingernail if you try. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Just because I'm curious. For the most part, the pod is clear. So we'll leave this open. We'll let that sit like that. Now, what did I do with the... It fell over. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Now this comes out of this. This comes off. That sits right there so that I don't lose it. This is a tiny little, well, this is a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's a drip tip is what this is. And that will fit right nicely into... Now, I'm doing all of this by feel, okay? Because I'm about as blind as they come, other than the fact that I can see light. Now, what I'm about to do, I wouldn't recommend if you have already filled a pod once, because then you're going to have yourself a mess. But since this is a new pod, I'm going to go ahead and do this to kind of show you. This just fits right nice in there, kind of like coitus. It's just right nice in the hole, and it's not gonna go beyond that. It's a nice snug fit right in the hole. You see, it's just kind of chilling right there. It's not. I mean, if you flick it, it's gonna come off. I mean, that's kind of the way that goes. But I'm taking forever with this explanation, ain't I? Producer Paul is gonna watch me do this so that he can let me know if I'm dripping out of the bottom here. I've got a napkin below me because I'm blind and I can spill stuff. I can do that without any help at all. So we're going to take this and we're going to stick it in here like this. I'm going to make sure I'm over top of my napkin. This bottle is right nice in here. It's not going anywhere. And I'm going to take and I'm going to give it a little squeeze. And Paul, can you see what I'm doing?
No, because your fingers are
No, because my fingers are covering the pod. Okay. How about this?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give this a little squeeze. Just like that. And one little squeeze took it probably, I don't know how full, but...
Not quite there.
Not quite there. And now I just squeezed it about half as much the second time as I squeezed it the first time. And what do I look like here, Paul?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Well, I'm not dripping all over the place. Otherwise, I'd feel it on my fingers at this point. But we're going to squeeze it one more little time. And not feeling any drippage on my fingers, so we're good. This is a new pod, so the cotton's got to soak all of this up. So this is my third squeeze. What does that look like, Producer Paul?
Let me, I don't see. Not much is in there.
Not much is in there, and I just squeezed it twice, but
yeah,
I didn't squeeze it very, very hard. So we'll continue to squeeze. This will be 4.
Yeah, I see it starting to go in.
It's starting to go in. Okay. That's 5. That's 6.
Almost there.
Almost there. 7.
Okay, 2 more.
2 more. 8 and 9.
One more.
1 more. 10.
Okay, full.
It's full. So we can. Oh, now it's dripping all over the place. Okay, well, not really all over the place, but it's dripping in any case. Now you take this and where the heck am I? All right. Well, it turned on me. Literally, the little rubber plug turned around. So now I gotta put it back. You gotta push it in nice and tight into this little hole. Now there's gonna be a little thing that sticks out, but that's supposed to help you get the thing back open later. Okay. Now I'm gonna have Paul check me. How'd I do?
You're in. You're good.
I'm in and I'm good.
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to lay this right here for a minute because I've got to take my other pod out of here, and I'll show you how this works. One of these condoms goes with the old pod, and one of them goes with the new pod, and I don't know which one goes where. That's the greasy condom, so that's for the
one that you took
That's
out.
for the one I've got in my hand. So we're gonna put this. Get in there. We're gonna put this right in here for right now. If you're changing flavors, you always want to put your pod in your pod condom for a couple of reasons. A, so that it doesn't leak and spill stuff everywhere, and B, so that the cotton that's inside the pod doesn't dry out. Okay, so there's I'm gonna put this over here so I don't get it mixed up.
12 minutes.
12 minutes, oh my, okay. Well, I guess we'll try and wrap this up in 3. Alright, let's see, remember the contacts are down here on this side. So we're gonna take this, it's got a big old hole in it now, and we're gonna slip this in here. At least I think we're gonna slip this in here. Goofy, get in there. There it goes. Now listen. Did you hear that? That is your very solid click that lets you know it's in there. Now, I left this turned on, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now. If you can see light and you put this right up on your eye, I saw it flash red 5 times. Now it's off. Now remember, there's a little air hole on the side of the pod over here. Now, in order to get it ready to vape, because it's a new pod, you want to prime it. What that means is you want to pretend you're hitting on it with the air hole completely covered, so that the cotton gets saturated with the liquid as you suck on the airflow. And you want to do that until you can taste a slight essence of the juice you're vaping. And yup, I'm starting to get a slight hint of peppermint patty flavor in my mouth, so we should be good. Ideally, the company tells you to let it sit and soak for about 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, maybe closer to 5. But if you prime it, that should be okay. Let's try turning this on and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red flashes. And now it's on. I like to cover and uncover the air hole like a carburetor when I hit on it. You can do whatever you want. You can leave it open, you can leave it closed. If you think you can get the little grommets that come with the machine to stay in, good luck. We never could. So let's check this out and see what this is like. It didn't pop for me, so I'm thinking it still needs to soak a little bit, but I definitely taste that, and it's yummy. It is super yummy. We'll try that one more time, and then I'll probably just kind of let it hang and finish soaking in the stuff here. Now it's popping just a little bit, and that's delicious. That's some peppermint patty vape. It's made by Solace. I'm not sure who you can order that online from solace.com. I need to find the I need to find that too, but I need to find the lid. Or did you put the lid on for me?
I took care of that.
You took care of that. Okay, thank you. Producer Paul, you rock. I'm gonna take this new pod condom from this pod, and I'm gonna put it in here so that I don't completely lose it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my extra long 15-16 minute demonstration of how to fill a Me Pod vape pod whilst totally blind. I hope, well, not totally blind. I can see light. I'm sure you can do it if you can't see light too, but you get a lot less information if you can't see light. There's another little cool thing I want to show you. I don't know if you can catch this light with my eye in front of it, but if you hold down your battery for a few seconds, it will flash twice at you any given color. It could be blue, it could be purple, it could be red. If it's purple, you're half a charge or less. If it's red, you need to plug this thing in soon. Let's see where we are. We are blue. We are still blue. I have been running this mod for about a day and a half, and it's still blue. Speaking of blue, I got blown by the air conditioner, and I really appreciated that. But that is my video, and I hope you found it helpful and useful and all of that. And until next time, until I can find something else revolutionary to show you, this has been Marion Wilson, and vape on!